The return of Matt Clark to The Young and the Restless has shocked viewers and reignited one of the darkest chapters in the Newman family's history. For longtime fans, Matt's name carries weight, a reminder of manipulation, obsession, and tragedy. His reappearance doesn't just open old wounds, it also creates fresh turmoil for the Newman clan, particularly for Nick and Sharon. Matt Clark was one of the most notorious villains in Genoa City history. He wasn't just another schemer or business rival. He was the man who nearly destroyed Sharon and Nick's lives decades ago. His obsession with Sharon led him down a path of deception and cruelty that left scars still felt today. Bringing him back now, after all these years, is a bold move by the show's writers, and it's sending ripples through the fanbase. To understand why this resurrection is being called a nightmare for the Newmans, it's important to revisit who Matt Clark was and what he did. When he first arrived in Genoa City, Matt was charming and confident, the kind of guy who seemed like he could do no wrong. But beneath that exterior was a dark streak that revealed itself as his obsession with Sharon grew. What began as a teenage crush turned into something dangerous and sinister. Matt's jealousy of Nick Newman consumed him. Nick had everything Matt wanted: Sharon's love, the Newman name, and the kind of family support Matt could never match. Over time, Matt's envy turned him into one of the show's most dangerous characters. His schemes targeted not only Sharon but also the entire Newman family. One of Matt's most unforgettable storylines involved his violent confrontation with Nick and Sharon. After their high school days, Matt reappeared with a grudge, determined to destroy their happiness. He manipulated situations to make Nick look guilty of crimes he didn't commit and even tried to assault Sharon. His final downfall came when his lies caught up to him, leading to his supposed death. But in the world of The Young and the Restless, death is rarely the end. Now, decades later, the show has brought him back, and not just as a memory or flashback. The writers have resurrected him as a living presence in Genoa City, stirring up chaos once again. For fans, it's both thrilling and unsettling. Many remember the trauma his character inflicted, while others see his return as a chance for long overdue justice. So, why bring back Matt Clark now? The answer may lie in the direction the show has been taking with the Newman family in recent months. There's been a growing tension around Victor's power, Nick's moral compass, and the constant conflict between the Newmans and their rivals. Reintroducing a character like Matt offers the perfect storm to challenge the family's unity. Victor Newman, always the patriarch protecting his own, will see Matt's return as a direct threat. The man who hurt his son and manipulated his family will not be welcomed back quietly. Viewers can expect Victor to launch a full-scale offensive to uncover how Matt survived and what he's planning. For Victor, it's not just about revenge. It's about protecting the Newman legacy. Nick, on the other hand, faces a more emotional conflict. Matt isn't just a villain from his past. He's a reminder of the pain and mistakes that shaped his relationship with Sharon. When Sharon learns about Matt's return, it reopens old wounds she thought had healed. This storyline could reignite the tension between Sharon and Nick as they're forced to confront what Matt put them through. Sharon, who has faced countless tragedies over the years, will likely be shaken to her core by Matt's reappearance. The trauma he caused her isn't something that simply fades with time. Seeing him again could send her spiraling emotionally, testing her resilience and forcing her to relive one of the darkest periods of her life. The show's decision to bring Matt back is clearly a creative gamble. It's not just about nostalgia, it's about exploring how past trauma affects current relationships. The Newmans, who often seem untouchable, are being reminded that their past can still come back to haunt them. Fans have mixed reactions. Some are excited to see such a dramatic twist, believing it will inject new energy into the show. Others feel it's an unnecessary return, arguing that resurrecting a character like Matt risks reopening storylines that should have been left in the past. Social media has been buzzing with debates about whether this move honors the show's legacy or undermines it. One major question is how Matt Clark survived. His death was never shown in graphic detail, leaving the door open for his possible return. Perhaps he faked his death, or someone helped him escape and rebuild his life. His survival could tie into current plot lines involving secret alliances or revenge plots. The mystery behind his comeback adds another layer to the drama. If Matt's return is linked to a larger scheme against the Newmans, it could reshape the power dynamics in Genoa City. Imagine if he's working with one of Victor's rivals or someone seeking to dismantle Newman enterprises from within. That kind of alliance would make Matt more dangerous than ever. There's also speculation that Matt's return could intersect with Adam Newman's storyline. Adam has always been the family's black sheep, and his complicated relationship with his father and siblings could make him vulnerable to someone like Matt. If Matt manipulates Adam or exploits his insecurities, it could lead to explosive confrontations within the Newman family. Meanwhile, fans are curious about Sharon's reaction. Over the years, she has built a life centered on growth and redemption. She's faced losses, mental health battles, and betrayal. But seeing Matt again might threaten her progress. If the writers handle it carefully, this could become one of the most emotional arcs Sharon has had in years. It could also show her strength as she confronts her abuser face-to-face. Another potential twist could involve Faith Newman, Sharon and Nick's daughter. Faith has grown up hearing stories about her parents' past, but she's never directly faced the people who once terrorized them. If Matt crosses paths with Faith, it could bring the family's history full circle. Sharon and Nick would have to protect their daughter from the same kind of danger they once endured. Victor's involvement will, of course, be central to the storyline. Victor doesn't forgive or forget, especially when it comes to threats against his family. His response to Matt's resurrection will likely be fierce and calculated. He could use his vast resources to uncover where Matt's been and what his motives are. The possibility of Victor and Matt facing off again excites longtime viewers who remember their intense confrontations in the past. From a storytelling perspective, resurrecting Matt Clark allows the writers to explore generational trauma and unfinished business. It's about showing how the sins of the past continue to shape the present. For the Newmans, who often pride themselves on their power and control, facing someone like Matt reminds them that they're not invincible. Some fans speculate that Matt's return could be connected to a revenge plot against Victor himself. Perhaps Matt blames Victor for the way his life turned out. Maybe he's back not just to torment Sharon and Nick, but to bring down Victor's empire piece by piece. Such a storyline would tie into the show's ongoing theme of legacy, revenge, and redemption. There's also the possibility that Matt has changed, or at least claims he has. Soap operas love a good redemption arc, and a reformed Matt Clark could add depth to the character. But fans are skeptical. Given his history, it's hard to believe he's returned without an ulterior motive. Whether he's pretending to have turned over a new leaf or genuinely seeking forgiveness remains to be seen. As the story unfolds, tension will likely build between members of the Newman family. Nick might struggle to balance his anger and fear. Sharon might want to face her past to finally gain closure. And Victor, ever the protector, will go to extreme lengths to eliminate the threat. Their different approaches could cause rifts within the family, creating the kind of emotional drama that the young and the restless thrives on. Fans who remember the original Matt Clark storyline know that his character represents more than just a villain. He symbolizes how easily trust can be broken and how the past can never truly stay buried. His return challenges every Newman to confront their vulnerabilities. The emotional weight of this storyline will depend on how the writers handle Matt's interactions with Sharon and Nick. Their scenes will carry decades of unresolved tension, pain, and fear. For longtime viewers, it's a chance to revisit a pivotal chapter in their shared history. For newer fans, it's an opportunity to understand why this character remains so infamous. Another factor that makes Matt's return significant is its potential to shift alliances in Genoa City. Old enemies might find themselves working together if Matt becomes too dangerous. It's not impossible to imagine Victor teaming up with unlikely allies to neutralize the threat. The resurrection of a character like Matt often serves as a catalyst for unexpected partnerships and shocking betrayals. Thematically, bringing back Matt Clark fits perfectly with the young and the restless tradition of exploring cycles of revenge and redemption. Every major family on the show has faced ghosts from their past, and now it's the Newmans' turn to relive one of their most haunting nightmares. If the writers play their cards right, this storyline could become one of the most talked about arcs of the year. It combines nostalgia with high-stakes drama and emotional confrontation. It also gives the actors involved, especially Joshua Morrow, Nick, and Sharon Case Sharon, a chance to deliver powerful performances rooted in history. Viewers are already debating how far Matt will go this time. Will he seek vengeance, redemption, or something even darker? His motives remain shrouded in mystery, but one thing is clear: the Newmans will not rest easy as long as Matt Clark is in Genoa City. Ultimately, resurrecting Matt Clark is a narrative decision that forces every Newman to confront their deepest fears. It blurs the line between past and present, showing how even the most powerful families can't escape the shadows of history. For the Newmans, this is more than just another feud. It's a nightmare reborn, one that threatens to tear apart everything they've built. As the drama unfolds, fans can expect shocking revelations, intense confrontations, and emotional fallout that stretches across multiple storylines. Whether Matt's return ends in tragedy, revenge, or redemption, one thing is certain: Genoa City will never be the same again. And for the Newmans, the past they tried to bury has finally come back to haunt them.